How sugar affects the brain. Imagine opening your fridge and spotting a chocolate-covered cake, a tub of cool vanilla ice cream beside it, and on the kitchen counter, a tray of freshly baked cookies still filling the air with their warm aroma. Just smelling them feels irresistible, doesn't it? Have you ever told yourself, "I'll just have one bite," only to find the plate empty a few minutes later? Why do sweets have such a powerful pull, so strong that even past the age of 60, many of us still struggle to say no? And more importantly, could this attraction be silently damaging your brain and heart without you even realizing it? Did you know that sugar isn't only in cakes, candies, or sodas, but it's also hidden in sauces, yogurts, and even in foods you might consider healthy, like dried fruit or granola bars? It's frightening how sugar is everywhere. And for older adults already at higher risk for stroke, diabetes, and heart disease, indulging in sugar carelessly is like throwing gasoline on a fire. Have you ever wondered, is sugar quietly turning you into an addict without your knowledge? To picture this better, think back to the first time you tasted something delicious. Your brain lit up as if someone flipped on a happiness switch. But the more often you eat that same food, the weaker the pleasure becomes. Sugar, however, doesn't follow this rule. No matter how many times you eat it, it continues to deliver that same rush of delight. Why is sugar so strangely different? And what does this mean for the health of older adults? When a spoonful of sugar touches your tongue, your taste buds immediately send signals to your brain. There, the reward system is activated, releasing a neurotransmitter called dopamine. Dopamine is the brain's happy chime, making you feel good, relaxed, and eager to repeat the behavior. Sound familiar? It's the same mechanism triggered when we play a fun game, enjoy a conversation with loved ones, or even when someone uses addictive substances. So, is sugar really a kind of sweet drug? What's striking is that while most foods only cause dopamine to rise briefly before tapering off, sugar behaves differently. Have you noticed that no matter how much rice, fish, or vegetables you eat, after a few days you start to feel bored? Yet with sweets, each time you indulge, the excitement feels the same, or even stronger. Why does sugar break this rule? Because it stimulates the brain in a unique way, keeping dopamine levels high and making you crave more right after you've eaten. Could this be why so many older adults say, "I know eating sweets isn't good, but I just can't stop"?
This sweet trap doesn't just lead to weight gain. For people over 60, excess sugar forces the pancreas to work harder, releasing more insulin to process it. If this happens day after day, the body gradually becomes resistant to insulin, and that's the road to type 2 diabetes. Have you ever heard someone say, "I only have mild diabetes"? In reality, there is no such thing as mild. Diabetes always comes hand in hand with risks of atherosclerosis, high blood pressure, and even damage to the kidneys and eyes. Are you trading away your long-term health for just a few fleeting moments of sweetness on your tongue? And it doesn't stop there. When blood sugar rises, the tiny blood vessels in the brain and heart come under strain. Artery walls harden, elasticity decreases, and the risk of clot formation rises. Did you know that just a single small clot blocking blood flow to the brain can trigger a sudden stroke? And if it blocks blood in the heart, it can cause a fatal heart attack? Have you ever wondered, could one daily habit of eating sweets really be enough to trigger such catastrophic events? That's why scientists call sugar one of the most dangerous legal addictions. It doesn't just make you want more, it gradually erodes your self-control. Do you remember the last time you went to have just one bite, but ended up finishing the entire box of cookies? That's clear proof of the dopamine loop sugar creates. The more you eat, the more satisfied you feel. The more satisfied you feel, the more you want to eat again. And so a spiral of sugar addiction forms. Could you already be trapped in this cycle without even realizing it? If sugar can truly attack both the brain and the heart like this, then what solutions can help older adults satisfy their sweet cravings while still protecting heart health and preventing stroke? And are there natural, simple, everyday strategies that don't require extreme restrictions? Let's uncover those secrets in the next section. Solutions. If sugar truly has the power to trap our brains in the dopamine cycle, is there a way to break free without living miserably under strict restrictions? The good news is, yes. Our bodies don't need to eliminate sugar completely. We just need to learn how to control and replace it. Have you ever wondered, are all kinds of sweetness harmful, or are there options that can be both enjoyable and safe? The very first thing doctors always advise people over 60 is to gradually reduce the amount of added sugar in food. Instead of putting 2 teaspoons of sugar in your morning coffee, try just 1. After a few weeks, your taste buds will adjust and you'll find your drink still delicious without being overly sweet. Are you willing to try this small change starting tomorrow?
Another simple step is to choose natural sugars from fresh fruit instead of processed sweets. When you eat an apple or a few slices of orange, you don't just get natural sweetness, you also take in fiber, vitamins, and minerals that help stabilize blood sugar. Isn't it fascinating that simply swapping a piece of cake for an apple could lower your risk of diabetes and stroke? Beyond controlling sugar, a diet rich in vegetables, fish, nuts, and whole grains will protect your cardiovascular system, stabilize blood pressure, and prevent atherosclerosis, key factors in stroke prevention. Remember, nutrition for seniors isn't about a strict, joyless diet. It's about a healthy lifestyle that is easy to maintain and supports healthy aging. Are you already following such a diet for yourself, or is sugar still taking up the biggest space in your daily meals? Equally important is staying active. Just 30 minutes of walking each day helps your brain release natural dopamine, easing stress and cutting down sugar cravings. Have you noticed that after exercising, your desire for sweets drops dramatically? That's because your body has already received its natural reward through movement. So why not use this to break free from the spiral of sugar addiction? And finally, make it a habit to read food labels. Many products that look healthy actually hide large amounts of sugar. With just a little attention, you'll be surprised. Some small cups of yogurt contain as much as 4 to 5 teaspoons of sugar. Have you ever thought that something as simple as reading labels could help you avoid future risks of stroke and heart attack? But is controlling sugar intake alone enough? Or are there other factors that help older adults maintain sharp memory, a strong heart, and a longer life? And most importantly, how can you shift from the fear of being addicted to sugar to the confidence of saying, I am fully in control of my health? Let's move to the final part, where we will summarize, draw out the inspiring message, and turn anxiety into hope. We've come a long way, from uncovering why the brain becomes addicted to sugar to facing the frightening consequences it brings, from diabetes and heart attacks to the risk of sudden stroke. But at the same time, you've also seen that with just small daily changes, you can absolutely escape this sweet trap. So which path will you choose? To continue letting sugar control your body, or to take the driver's seat and claim control of your own health? Remember this, aging does not mean illness. Even at 60, 70, or 80 years old, your body still has the ability to recover if you give it the chance. An occasional sweet treat won't kill you, but the habit of eating sugar regularly can take away precious years with your grandchildren. Would you really trade those years of independence and joy for short-lived pleasure, heart attacks, costly hospital stays, or even the loss of your freedom? Or would you rather choose a different path? The path of healthy aging, of clarity, strength, and the joy of long life with your family. I still remember the story of Mary in Florida. Once a woman worried about her daily pastries, she now proudly tells her grandchildren, I still enjoy my food,
but I no longer live in fear of illness. Do you see the power of such a small change? If Mary could do it, why not you? Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. On one side is sugar, sweet but dangerous. On the other side is the wiser choice, protecting yourself from stroke and heart attack, and enjoying a fuller life. Which path will you choose starting today? And if you want to keep receiving simple, practical, and easy-to-understand medical insights for senior health, hit the subscribe button right now. Don't forget to like and share this video so your friends and loved ones over 60 can also learn how to protect themselves. Because the day you choose to share could be the very day you save the health of someone you love. Are you ready for a new journey? One where sugar is no longer the enemy, but just a small, controlled part of your healthy lifestyle. Remember, your health is in your hands, and every choice you make today is a gift for tomorrow. And don't leave too soon, because in the next video, I'll reveal an even more shocking truth. Not just sugar, but even some of the so-called heart-healthy foods you've always trusted might secretly be harming you. Aren't you curious to find out what they are?